why versus your ego. Look, if you don't seriously understand and start learning how to overcome your ego, like why humility comes before honor, you're never gonna win. Like you're never, ever, ever gonna get to that next level in your business, in your success, in everything, in your marriage, in your leadership. And I'm gonna share with you a true story of when I got the law changed in the state of Ohio. Now look, I was 26 years old at that time when I started my company in the recession. And I had to go up against a battle against the entire state of Ohio, all the counties of Ohio, fighting for the rights for individuals with special needs that my company DreamShine serves. Now, this is where you have to drop your ego in order to continue to focus on the bigger mission in life, even when the other person is wrong. Because what happened is I kept running up against all these politics, all this crazy stuff going on with the governor, and they were trying to stop me at every level from opening my company. And they were it's a long, long story. I could get into that in depth, but what it came down to is they started doing all these fraudulent things because I was making a new path. I was cutting a new path for our clients with special needs, and I was competition to them, even though the mission was to help change more lives for people with special needs. And so people very high up at different state levels started writing lies about me. They started coming into my company and even doing fraudulent reviews. They literally made up fraudulent things to shut us down. They were making slander about me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was getting pissed off. And I used to spend all this time and energy sitting there arguing with them about all the little things that didn't matter, just to try to feed my ego and prove myself right. Until I realized what I'm sharing with all of you today is that I learned to start focusing on my why, on the bigger picture, on is making this argument, winning this little battle, going to help me win the bigger vision of the war? Is it going to help me lead towards that North Star? And so when these things continue to happen, I had to fight all the way up to the top to literally get an entire state law change in the state of Ohio. And it got to where I stopped arguing back and forth about the little things. I just shook my head and said, okay, sure. When they were saying all this crazy stuff, I let my humility come first, and I focused on my why of getting the result of helping change more lives for clients with special needs. And then I got a phone call one day, and I don't mention names, from someone really high up in the state. And they were like, look, Mark, we know everything that's been going on, and we're actually going to change the state law as a result of what you've been doing. And it's going to help the cause. It's going to help the clients you serve to have more rights. But we want to give the credit to the superintendent of the county. And the superintendent of this county at the time was the one that was doing all this resistance against me. They were saying all this crazy nonsense. So the pride part of me, the ego part, was like, no, I want the credit for that. But then I stepped back and I'm like, wait a second. The law's getting changed, and that's what I had been fighting for. So I don't care, actually, let them have the credit for it, because at the end of the day, it's about the bigger mission. It's about your why over your ego. And I remember when the article came out in the newspaper and it said this certain county innovates and helps change lives for special needs, but ultimately it helped us, it helped our program, it made it. I don't know if you can see out my back window here. I'm at DreamShine. That's our 9 vehicles right there that we transport our over 45 to 50 individuals we serve here at our DreamShine campus with special needs, because I was able to start putting humility comes before honor. So when this happens, I want you to decide now that you're going to continue to focus on your why, on the bigger vision, on the bigger mission versus your ego. Say I'm sorry to people. Say, even if you're wrong, if it helps you get to that next level of where you're going, it's not about who's wrong or right, because you are the one that will end up winning when you do this. This is Mark Minard, everyone. Have an amazing day or night from wherever you are watching this, and blessings to all.